Hey everybody, and welcome back to Mindfully Trading. In this video today, I am wrapping up 2024. As I'm recording this, it is December the 31st of 2024, the last day of the year, and so I wanted to touch base with you, first of all, to say I hope you guys had a great festive time, and secondly, to wish you the best new year possible for 2025, whatever your goals may be. I had quite a few ideas of content I wanted to share with you in this video because I love working towards goals and I love personal growth, and I wanted to incorporate that into looking ahead for 2025. But first, I thought it was really important to review and evaluate on what you have achieved. It's really good to recognize progress before you can move forwards. And so in this video, I'm going to share an update on my trading accounts, my ProFi account with the 5%ers, and I'm also going to share a recap of my last trade of 2024. As always, all of the software that I'll be using will be linked in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight to it. The first question that may be on your mind is, am I still in my prop firm challenge? And the answer is yes. I am currently enrolled into the hyper growth program with the 5%ers. Now, I have been working towards this challenge for most of this year. Why? Because I've been taking it super slow. I've been treating this as a long-term investment account. I've been aiming for just one good trade a week because I'm balancing this alongside my duties and my role as a full-time mother with two preschoolers, one aged 1 and one aged 2. So life is pretty hectic and I can't get too carried away with my targets with day trading just yet. And literally, as I'm recording this video, I am currently just watching the markets on Euro USD here because I think that this could make a really good trade, and I was hoping to get into this trade because I need just one good trade to hit my target. I'm so close, and I really wanted to hit that target this year for 2024, but we can't push the markets, and that is such a large part of trading, is trading psychology, having the right mindset. And my goal with the hyper growth program has been to keep super focused, hitting targets and then stopping once I've hit those targets, and it's been a way to progress consistently. Have a look for yourself. Here is my current equity curve on this program, and I've got this really nice upward trend here because I am just hitting my targets and then sitting on my hands, hitting the target the next week and then sitting on my hands. And although I've been wanting to trade more, this approach has just been helping me to keep the right mindset when it comes to hitting targets. And that's what it's all about when you trade with a prop firm. But more on that later in the video. And so although I am currently watching this trade here, this potential trade that I'm not in yet on Euro USD, if my alert goes off, I may take that with you in the live markets. Until then, I'm going to share with you a trade that I took yesterday trading pound dollar. So I'm going to just hop back into my broker here in MT5. Let's go into the account history, and I'll just go on the last 3 days because I've only taken this one trade. And this was the trade that I took yesterday, the 30th of December. Now, I didn't trade last week because it was Christmas and there was a lot of bank holidays. The market's usually a little bit more unpredictable during that time. This week, I decided that I wasn't going to trade today or tomorrow because it's New Year's Eve and New Year's Day tomorrow. And so historically, the market tends to be quieter, more choppy. Not a lot of people are on the charts on trading at this time. But on the Monday, on the 30th, I had a look at the markets. There wasn't any major news due out, and I saw this setup form that was based purely on technicals using price action, and I thought, yeah, that looks good, so I took it, and this gave me a nice winning trade, which was my weekly target hit for this account. So how did I decide to get into this trade? Well, let's go onto the charts and have a look at it step by step. So I've loaded up my daily time frame here for pound dollar. As I said before, this trade was taken based purely on technicals, so I'm not going to go onto Forex Factory. I'm not going to show you the news calendar because it's not relevant for this trade. This trade was taken using the strategy that I follow. It's a trend continuation strategy using the break of key daily levels. I'm going to share the entire process with you right now. So the first thing to understand here on the daily are all these existing drawings you may see. You may be wondering what's going on. Let's hide those for a minute so you can just see a little bit more clearly what's been going on the daily time frame. We've been coming down, we made a low here, we had a deep pullback and made a high, and then we made a new low just before Christmas, breaking this previous low. So we are in a downtrend. However, over this past week, over Christmas, we've just been consolidating here, so it's not clear whether price is going to continue going down or whether we need a deeper pullback and it's going to pull back up. And just tidying up my charts, you may notice these horizontal lines here. These are institutional price levels drawn out at the whole and the $half amount. And then I also had a box drawn out, and that was the optimum trade entry for the Fibonacci retracement, which I will mark just here and remove the fib to keep my charts nice and tidy. If we look at price action, price is coming down here. It's made a pullback and then the new low form here just after this previous low. Now, if price pulls back, it's likely to want to pull back to this Fibonacci area. And if we get some sort of consolidation and a pattern forming, it might be a good place to get short for a trend continuation. So that's why that's there. I think this will act as a bit of a magnet to price if it goes up. If it goes down and breaks the lows, then that will be irrelevant. And so yesterday on the daily, I was looking at this, and the closing daily candlestick from Friday was a very strong bullish candlestick. And so looking at this, it's a bit of a double bottom pattern where we've got a big candlestick up and another one. I thought that this showed that price was ready for a deeper pullback. And so yesterday I got into the charts with a long bias in mind. And this is how it looked on the 4-hourly time frame. So it's just a little bit more detail on the daily. But as you can see, we've got these big push ups from this double bottom pattern, and price is consolidating here. It's amping up, and I still felt like we were going to be long biased. So I dropped to a faster time frame where I like to get in for a trade, and I also added on my daily high or low indicator, which shows the previous daily high and low. And I like to analyze just the previous day when it comes to day trading in this way when I'm looking for an entry. And on the previous day, we had this big strong push up. We broke the Thursday's high. So we already had that break of the previous daily high, and we were consolidating along Friday's highs. And initially I was quite interested using the fib tool in this area down here for an entry long. The optimum trade entry level at the 62%, 70% and 79% levels. But price was showing some strength here. And so I used a Fibonacci retracement from this little pullback we had after the breakout on Friday. We had a pullback here before price started to make these highs, and I used that to draw my fib tool from. And I could see that the optimum trade entry level was actually where price was currently at during the London session. So we'd had this open looking on intraday, current intraday. We had the open over here. The current daily open, we had been consolidating around this open. During the London open, we had a sharp drop down, which can sometimes happen with London. It can sometimes drop in the opposite direction of the daily bias, but it dropped into this fib area here. And once we got this pattern forming where price pushed back up here, that's when I decided with this momentum to get long at 1.2569. So during this candlestick here at 9:15, as price started to surge up, that was when I got long. I set a larger stop for this because I didn't really expect price to get to an immediate resolution because of the drop in volume due to the time of year. I usually use a larger stop just to account for that, to manage my risk. And I used a 1.5R target, a break of the previous daily high. And so it hesitated a little bit. We got this really nice push up forming, and as price pushed up, that was when I moved my stop up to break even, which is something I have been doing a lot with my prop firm account. Is to really manage my risk. It's all about protecting your capital. And then as price started to push up, my alerts went off, informing me that it had indeed hit my target. Brilliant, another win on the account. Now in my other account that I trade, my live account, I actually had another position open. So I got out 1.5R, I had another position open. But as we got this hesitation and then this big drop down here, I actually got out with a 1R win on my other account at 89 because it just didn't get that push up that I was expecting. I was expecting it to push up and go up to this level. I'm glad I got out because it actually came back down again, which is why at those times of the year, during the holiday seasons, in the summer holidays, and also during the Christmas time, it's really good to just manage your trading and not expect too much movement because it tends to be a little bit quieter than usual. Meanwhile, just hopping back onto your USD in real time here, it is pulling back, but it's not actually come up to this level yet. It's currently 22.11. Maybe as the New York session kicks in, maybe it will push up here. I've got a decision to make really, whether I'm going to be risky and double up and trust this trade and try and get in my last winning trade just on the last part of this year, or whether I'm going to be patient and wait until next week and then carry on with my process of small targets, consistent wins. Either way, I will let you know. So as it stands, the end of 2024, I am currently very close to hitting my target on Hyper Growth Program, which is really exciting. But just in case you missed it, a few weeks ago, I made a video reviewing one of the other programs by the 5%ers, High Stakes. And I am currently enrolled on that program as well. Here's a little sneaky peek into my progress. I'm not sharing it as in-depth as I have been for the hyper growth, but I'm currently making my way up to the target on that account as well. I'm risking a bit more. It is high stakes. It's a more active account. And so this one, hopefully it's not going to take me all of 2025 to hit that target. We shall see. If you want any more information on the programs available by the 5%ers prop firm, there is a link below in the description. I definitely recommend them because it's a great way to trade with a larger account size if you lack the capital to do so. So if you are restricted on your funds, it's a good way that you can trade and make money regardless. It's where you take a share of profits that are made together with the company that gives you the account. Before I sign off on this video, I just want to thank you so much for all of your support, following me on monthly trading for 2024. Thank you for sharing this trading journey with me. And let's see what 2025 brings. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next year.